Welcome to the Morning Hookah Show, the show all about hookah in the morning and the people that are a part of the industry, the world of hookah, the products, how it's made, and the people that make it. This is the Morning Hookah Show every Saturday, 9:10 a.m. Central Standard Time. A new topic right here on youtube.com/Morning Hookah. I am your host on this adventure. My name is Matt, the Morning Hookah Smoker. I've been smoking hookah for over 10 years, working in this industry as a reviewer, product taster, personality, host of the Russian-based Hookah Battle. Thank you so much for joining me here today, but I am not alone on this adventure. This week, I'm very excited to announce my extremely special guest here. I was first able to meet Ilo in Vegas for the Hookah Expo for the first time. She was one of the judges of the Hookah Battle. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day, hanging out with us here on Morning Hookah. It's always nice to be able to talk to you. She's worked with many people in the industry, including Fumari and many others as well. How are you doing today, Ilo?
What is up, Matt? Morning Hookah. Thank you for having me today. I am so excited to be here. I'm doing great, especially because I'm having my breakfast bowl. Morning Hookah. Come on now. This couldn't get better than that.
I enjoy smoking in the morning. I very rarely get to do it, but it's definitely a fun pastime of this hobby is to be able to relax, hang out, and then the ability to talk to awesome people on the stream throughout this morning hookah adventure and have different topics and stuff planned. The show planned for today over the course of the next hour or so, we're going to have an interview with Ilo, find out more about her, and then we're going to talk about a topic that I think is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about hookah lounges, hookah nightlife. We're going to have just a lot of fun talking about that kind of stuff. And then for the end of the show, we're going to play a game. This is a game that we really like to play
Yes.
here on Morning Hookah. It is called They Told Us What It Is. Can we guess what it is? Or they told us what it was. Can we guess what it is? Pretty fun game. It's pretty simple how it works. I'm going to read you some descriptions for some flavors, and your goal is to guess what those flavors are. And if you can get 7 points today, you will be the winner. Sound like a plan?
All right. That sounds like a plan.
Let's go ahead and get this whole thing started
I'm
off.
excited.
Let's go ahead and get this whole thing
Let's
started
get
off.
it
We're going to do an
started.
interview with you, and the very first question that I have that I want to find out is who is Ilo Musk? Give us a little bit of your backstory and who you are exactly.
Sounds good. Well, I am a Middle Eastern woman that has been all around the world, and I enjoyed smoking hookah and kind of decided, hey, let me make this a thing, just like you did. I always was a little afraid, but I'm a model. I act. I do type, different type of things in that industry, influencer, and I've had the utmost um how do you want to say how can I say, like, I've been just so blessed in meeting so many amazing people, especially on the hookah side and the hookah world. It's been just so nice. And for being a woman in this world, in this hookah world, I was a little bit more intimidated, and I just feel the warmth from everybody in the hookah industry, and I can't, like, just so glad that I made this decision and I just did it, and here I am now, the hookah queen.
It's been a lot of fun to get to know you and to meet you in person in Vegas, to have that experience of the hookah battle, having you guys as
It
the
was so dope.
judges. You guys had a very difficult job on that day, picking the best of for that event. I was glad that I was just a host and I didn't have to go through the turmoil of judging like you guys did. Good morning to Stefan. Good morning to Khaled. They're here early for the in the chat right now. Thank you guys so much for
Hey.
stopping by. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have questions for Elo, just drop a little question mark right in front of it so I can ask that question for you. I want to go ahead and ask you, though, what is your hookah story? How did you get into hookah itself? When did you start smoking? And just what was that road like for you?
Um, well, I'm from LA. So for us, there was very few OG hookah bars and hookah lounges, and it was always 18 and over. So there was one that totally let us get in before we were 18. I started smoking at 17, and I feel like it was more like cultural. I would say cultural, even though my parents didn't really smoke it that much. Now, however, they're addicts, and so that's how it kind of started. I just started going to this hookah lounge, and we made friends with them. So it just started there and it just continued. More flavors. Like back in the day, it was alfajor only, and then some Starbuzz, and then you learn more about other flavors, and you just kind of become good at it. And that's my hookah story. I enjoy it so much. I don't think there's ever been a day that I have not had hookah.
And how long have you been
I don't
smoking
think so.
for? Then how long have you been smoking hookah?
Well, I don't want to say the years because then people will know my age.
Okay, I got you. I got you. I respect that. I respect the game. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
But
How long?
over 15 years.
Okay, okay, very cool, very cool. How long have you been in the public eye? Like I said, you have been working with people like Fumari, but you're more than just a hookah influencer. You're an influencer in general. You're a model, like you said. You're an actress. Sounds like you're basically a Renaissance woman, is what I would say. So, how long have you
I would
been
say so too.
in the public eye exactly?
Honestly, I didn't start until November of 2020. That's when I feel like it was I dropped my first hookah video. I was like, screw it, let me try it. And that's when it all started for me.
Very cool, very cool. Um, So obviously, I know that you're a fan of Fumari, and it sounds like you grew up smoking some Alfakar back in the day. Moved on to Starbuzz. Blue
Mm-hmm.
Mist is kind of like the unsung flavor of morning hookah because even though I don't smoke it anymore because I've moved on to other flavors and other exciting brands and stuff like that. Whenever I go to a hookah lounge, especially ones that I know that maybe not are enthusiast grade type hookah lounges, the first thing I ask them is, "Do you have Blue Mist?"
Blue Mist.
Because if I'm gonna go smoke at
I
a
love
hookah
Blue
lounge,
Mist.
give me some Blue Mist. That's kind of what my joke is here. But and I got nothing against it. I love Blue Mist. I think it's a classic flavor. It's something that like I remember smoking back in the day and like really enjoying and thinking like this is pretty cool
Oh
stuff right
yeah,
here. But
absolutely.
what are some of the flavors? What are some of the kind of flavors that you enjoy smoking? Are you more of a mint smoker, more of a fruity smoker? What are the kind of stuff that you really enjoy to smoke?
For me, I have to have mint in my mix. If there's no mint, I don't think I can smoke it for long. So Blue Mist, like you were saying, honestly, I was on Blue Mist and lemon mint for the longest time. I used to mix everything first of all with Fumari lemon mint or with just alfajor, just regular mint. Blue Mist was delicious. But also going back to Starbucks, how bomb was Tangerine Dream? That was one of my favorites as well.
Oh, I used to love Tangerine Dream. Oh my gosh. You know, if I went back through the catalog of like Starbuzz flavors, I would find so many classic flavors that I used to really love smoking back in the. Did you ever
Yeah.
try Lebanese bombshell?
So good.
Right?
So good. It's so delicious. So I mean to this day I will sometimes like I will pick up Tangerine Dream. It's just something
Yeah.
I think Tangerine Dream with is it Tangerine Dream? Am I saying this right?
Yeah, that's the right one. That's the right
Yes.
one.
Um with lemon mint again. I think it's so yummy.
Yeah.
Delicious.
I used to
I
love
love
that one. I
that.
used to love Sex on the Beach from Starbuzz was fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of flavors if you go back through the history of the stuff that especially was popular. Like I started smoking in 2007, 2008, and there was not a huge variety like we see today on the market. It was such a different time
Yep.
of smoking, and I feel the people that nowadays have the ability to start with things like Fumari off right from the get go,
Right.
Zor right off the get go. They get coconut coals right off the get go and stuff like. We had to trudge through the trenches of using quick lights and smoking like gas store
Ugh.
tobacco and just trying our
Dude,
best to get through
ugh.
it. Like we have gone through the turmoil,
Seriously.
so you don't
We
have to.
have.
You do not have to go through the
Exactly.
turmoil that we
You
did.
welcome everybody. You're welcome. Do you remember the coal that was like a rectangular
Oh,
and it was always ashing in like 2 seconds? It was done
yeah,
already. Oh
like
my gosh.
lump
The things
wood.
we had to go through. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I absolutely
Oh
remember
God.
those. Oh, there's some horror stories from back in the day. It's definitely fun to look back at it, and it helps us appreciate the stuff that we have now. What kind of hookah are you smoking out of today, and what are you smoking? I can't believe I forgot to ask you, but what are you smoking right now?
I am actually smoking Lucid Dream by
Oh,
Alfaca, and then I mix that with one of my favorite um Chaos, the brand Chaos. It's one of my favorite brands, honestly. They have because it's so easy for me when I travel. I just take a Chaos sometimes if I don't want to take lemon mint like Fumari
hmm,
stuff, only because it's already mixed with mint. So I don't have to. It's easy if somebody else wants to pack a hookah, great. They don't have to mix and match. They can just take that. But It's Policeman by Chaos and Al Fakhr, Lucid Dream.
I am a big fan of Lucid Dream. I like that one a lot. I'm really, really digging Lucid Dream a lot. I am smoking peaches and cream from Azor, and I actually mixed it with some Chaos as well. I threw in a little bit.
I love it. Azor is so good.
I love Azor. I love Azor.
I love Azor, yeah.
This peaches and cream, it's unreleased right now, but they should be coming out with it soon. I'm hoping that it does because I think it's a very, very good peach. Azor does really good with peaches. They have a lot of peach flavors. They do a very good job with them. The cream is very good, and then I put in a little bit of the Reaper from Chaos, which is like their menthol flavor.
Reaper.
Yeah.
Have to have Reaper.
Exactly. I was like, I need a little bit of mint in this, but I don't want to get one of the other mints and stuff, but I was like, I just want to throw in some cooling to it and stuff. Reaper is one of those really nice ones where it's not just a mint flavor, it's a cooling flavor. It actually just cools the entire thing down. It's really unique and different for that. So
another one of my favorite mixes with the Reaper, real quick, is Spice Chai.
Ooh.
Spice Chai and the Reaper, love it. So good.
That sounds like it'd be pretty good. I'm a fan of coffee flavors here at Morning Hookah. Obviously, we like to mix our hookah and our coffee together, and there's been some pretty good ones. I need to get some more coffee flavors, especially from Fumari. It's been a long time since I've tried their Spice Chai. It's definitely a classic one that I really like. We got a lot of people jumping into the chat now. Thank you so much for stopping by. Afros and Hookah.
Hello.
If you haven't stopped by his YouTube channel, make sure you do. Very good stuff he does over there. Afros and Hookah. Street Taco, how you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. What are you guys smoking? We just talked about right now. Levant just said Pan Rasa. Are you a fan of the pan flavors?
No.
Okay.
I can do it for like 10 minutes, and then that's all.
Too much
spice?
spice?
More than that. It's too much spice, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it gets to me quicker.
Let's see, and then there's a couple other things. Good morning, Jason. Thank you so much for stopping by as well. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and also start sharing the video. Make sure you share it into your group chats, share it onto Instagram, share it on Facebook, all those different platforms. And then if you're like in charge of somebody, I can't like legally tell you to force them to watch this show, but like you should definitely like, recommend it, just be like, hey, you should definitely go do that thing. Yeah, I would recommend doing that.
Yes, do it.
Sounds like you're somebody that enjoys
mass text.
mixing tobaccos as well. So I got to ask you, what is a mix of flavors? Oh, and hello, Rose F. Death. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello as well. What are some mixes that you've been smoking that you feel like you need to tell people about? What are some mixes that you enjoy smoking?
Again, I would have to say Policeman or Roboto by Chaos with the Reaper. I really, really enjoy Spice Chai and Mint or Spice Chai and the Reaper. And like my go-to lately has been Magic Love is already done. Magic Love was also so good. I fell in love with that at the Hookah Battle. And that again also with some lemon mint.
So you're definitely somebody that likes citruses. You definitely like those lemony flavors.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of those as well. I think that there's certain flavors in everybody's profile for the brand that I feel like they need to be able to do well. It doesn't have to be their star or their standout, but whenever I explore a new brand of any kind, the first things I do is I look at their lemon flavors, their peach flavors, apple flavors. Like I like to go to those standby flavors and really test those out and be like, what do they do that either tastes different or special about their flavors that everybody produces? And what do I like about them? I think that's really interesting. Morning Hookah told me to try Life in a Peach by Azor, but smoking other peach himself. Well, I like all the peaches from Azor, Levant, therefore I smoke all of them. And this new one from Peaches and Cream, I'm definitely really enjoying and doing a lot of testing because I want to get a video out about it to do a review of it so I can tell you guys why it's so good, especially when it eventually becomes released. But yes, Life's a Peach is a very good Azor flavor as well, obviously.
Azor is yum.
Well, that was a lot of fun doing an interview with you. Like I said, if you guys have any questions that you'd like to drop down in the chat, just drop a little question mark in front of it so I can see it, and then I can ask questions to myself or to Elo as well. But let's go ahead and move on to our topic of today's show. Now is the time to head into the topic. Let's talk about the nightlife. Hookah lounges are important for a number of reasons. I need to get my hookah even when I travel. And when I'm traveling to any city, one of the very first things I do is I find out where is the closest hookah lounge that I can go and hang out at. It's very important to me. I enjoy smoking hookah. I enjoy hanging out with other people as well, and I feel like going to hookah lounges is a great time to go and enjoy that experience with other people as well, and it's a good way to enjoy the nightlife, in my opinion. So the very first question, the very first part of
Sure.
this topic that we're going to discuss: hookah lounge, hookah bar, hookah club. What is it that you enjoy going to? I feel like there are different styles of hookah lounges, and those are the three that I think of: hookah
Absolutely.
lounge, hookah bar, hookah club. Which is the one that you enjoy to go to?
So it all kind of depends on my mood and the day, but I think hookah lounges are one of my favorite places to go and like really enjoy the hookah and try their different hookahs that they have. The way whoever's packing it, I like to go in the back and kind of like talk to them, chat with them to see how they are packing. So I think hookah lounges allow me to do that. Um, for me, I also love hookah bars because there's some music or there's food and hookah clubs. I wish every club had a hookah, first of all, but they don't. But I think it's a little dangerous for some of the clubs out here in LA. But hookah clubs are fun too because that way you don't always have to be, drinking or dancing. You can kind of like vibe out with the hookah.
I definitely agree that
But I
it's
would say hookah
definitely.
lounge.
I definitely agree that it is based on how you're feeling and what you're wanting to enjoy for that evening and stuff. Because there are times where I like to go to just a lounge so I can sit back, relax, dig into a couch, and just chill. Just hang out, enjoy the conversations around me and stuff. Hookah bars are definitely a lot of fun. I definitely enjoy mixing alcohol and smoking at the same time. I know that you're a big fan of shot o'clock. There is no time when there is not time for a shot o'clock, I feel. And I definitely enjoy that. A club atmosphere.
Exactly. Exactly.
I definitely enjoy a club atmosphere. I enjoy getting out there and getting dancing and hanging out and just enjoying that part of the nightlife and stuff. But for me, hookah is such a very social atmosphere type thing that I definitely personally enjoy going to a lounge over a club. I definitely would prefer probably a bar overall. I enjoy just hanging out, drinking, and relaxing with friends and getting to know people and having those kind of conversations and
Yeah.
stuff. In the chat, what do you guys think? Do you enjoy going to a hookah lounge, hookah club, hookah bar? Why do you enjoy to go to those things? And what is it that you're seeking out when you go traveling? What are you looking for when you're doing that and stuff? Fancy and class, dance the night away. Like, what are you looking for when you go into these different places and stuff? Like, do you enjoy that kind of like exclusive nightclub vibe where it's very fancy? There's a lot of class there. Or are you fine with just going and seeing what's going on at any old kind of place and kind of learning about the atmosphere there?
I think more of just going to any place, like older, newer, loungy kind of vibes and just seeing what they have to offer. For me, I always, the way I research if it's somewhere new, I like to see what kind of flavor they carry. There's a lot of hookah lounges that are very OG and they will only carry al-fakhr, for example, or nakhla, right? And then there's some that will have fumari or something like that. So you kind of, it just, I don't know. For me, it's so important to kind of go and check it out. Some of them even have food, which, hello, I'm not going to say no to that. So it's kind of fun to have like that more of that atmosphere rather than the clubs. Because I feel like the classy club vibe, I don't think you'll get like the best hookah anyway. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, one of the things that you were a part of with me was the hookah battle that we did, the interior design. I believe it was for the hookah lounges. And
Yes.
it was a lot of fun because we got to see all these lounges from all over the world. And I think one of the things that stood out to me personally is I enjoyed the ones that looked like they were fancy and they had class. They were exclusive. They were exquisite. They looked like somewhere that you could go in the middle of the day. You could bring somebody with you. I think that those
Hmm.
places look so nice. And I think that that's something that's important about this hobby. You know, in
Absolutely.
America, we have a very taboo about smoking because everybody instantly associates it with like cigarettes and stuff. Hookah is
Hmm.
not that, and it's hard to sometimes teach that to other people and explain like this is not the same thing as what a cigarette is. We want it to be nicer. We
Right.
want it to be more exclusive and very exquisite and stuff, especially with the way these hookahs are. I mean, most hookahs are very attractive pieces, and we want them to look nice.
Yeah.
And the aesthetics that are built around them, the bowls, the hoses, just everything about it, they scream to be this very nice and exquisite type thing that I think sometimes gets
Yeah.
lost a little bit.
You're absolutely right.
Other areas of the world are definitely doing a very good job in that, and I think America is definitely stepping up their game. We're seeing that.
Eh, Better, yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing that
Doing
happen
better.
all the time. Things like the Hookah Expo definitely help with things like that as well. It shows that it's not something that is just
Yeah.
happening in a garage and stuff like that. Going back to
Right.
your point about finding out what the lounges carry, I think that is a very important thing. I'm a huge
Yeah.
fan of Tangiers tobacco. That's a very big thing for me.
Okay.
So if I find out that a lounge has Tangiers, I'm probably going to go to that lounge. That's the one.
Then I get you. I get you.
That's the one that
I get
I
you.
I want to go to. In the chat, we had somebody say that they like going to a hookah lounge. What are the stuff that you look for when you go to hookah lounges in the chat? Drop that down there and let us know. Are you looking for certain flavors, certain types of smoke, certain kinds of atmosphere? What is it you're looking for when you decide to go out to these hookah lounges and stuff? The next one we kind of talked about. You said that you enjoy having food and drink there as well as myself. I
Hmm.
like it when the food and drink are in the same style of hookah in general. I like Middle Eastern style of
Yes.
drinks and food and being able to enjoy like baklava and stuff like that while you're enjoying your
Hmm.
hookah to kind of give that entire atmosphere and stuff. Is when you go out to a hookah lounge, are you looking, or is one of the first questions you're asking is, hey, can I get a menu? Can I see what else is available here?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's so important. I like to, even if they don't have like a full meal, if they have like main courses, if they have even just like the appetizers, for me that's important. Especially when you go, for me, a lot of some of my friends maybe are not into smoking, so but they want to go have lunch with me, right? Or dinner. I'm like, my first thing to say is, okay, how about this lounge or this lounge or this lounge, because they have amazing food, they might even have drinks, and I get to smoke as well. So it's like one stop shop.
Yeah, that's a great point too. Sometimes there are people that are in our parties and in our groups and stuff that may not be interested in doing the hookah thing, but it's definitely something that adds
Right.
another a part of the evening and the atmosphere and the nightlife to be able to have that. If you have a menu, then you're not only going to have me come there to eat, but you're going to have me come there probably earlier so I can enjoy a meal
Right.
and then enjoy a
Right.
hookah afterwards, or I can bring an entire group with me that will also enjoy the food and the atmosphere there as well, besides
Hmm.
just the hookah, which, we enjoy the hookah. Obviously, that is something that we're going there for, but the atmosphere and
Yeah,
what's happening around us is also very important as well, I think. Um,
absolutely.
I wished I would have pulled up a couple of videos to showcase and to maybe have a little bit of fun with. Have you seen some of those videos in clubs that have hookahs where things just go horribly wrong in the middle of a?
Absolutely.
I have luckily.
I feel like I feel like Atlanta is like known for that. I think Atlanta and Miami, they do have hookahs at their clubs. And yeah, sometimes things just go horribly wrong.
They do, and I'm not trying to poke fun necessarily. I have luckily never been in a situation like that. Have you ever been in a situation? Okay, good.
No
I have
way.
seen
No
some of those
way.
videos that are just moments away from somebody just tugging on that hose and just the entire place going up in flames, and it's just this terrifying moment. Luckily, I've never been involved in that, and I hope that everybody that does that have that happen to you. Nothing terrible happens to you
Happen.
along the
Yeah.
way.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
But I think that's why sometimes they don't leave them the tongs either. Like
Yes.
there's a club in Vegas, it's called Dre's After Hours, and they have hookah in the way that even that the top is on top of like where the coals are, like there's no way anything can go wrong, and they don't leave you the tongs so that nobody, messes that up. So that's kind of safe.
It's kind of crazy. Everybody knows these coals are very hot. These coals on top of this hookah, they're literally on fire. They are
Yeah.
combusted briquettes of fire that are just sitting on top of these bowls, and it's hard sometimes to make the people understand, like, hey, don't tip it over, don't play with it, and be
Right.
careful. This is a safety
Be
hazard.
careful.
Oh my goodness. What kind of hookahs are you looking for when you're going out for your nightlife? Are you looking like? I really enjoy going to. Have you ever gone to Oasis in Vegas?
No.
Oasis is a
Wait, yes.
it's a hookah lounge. I
Yeah.
can't think of where it's at exactly, but Oasis is a very old hookah lounge. They're very enthusiast grade. They carry basically purely Regals for their hookahs that they have there. I really enjoy going to places that I know they're going to have hookahs that I don't own and that I don't currently have or can enjoy. I want
Hmm.
to
Yep.
because hookah is it's an expensive hobby. It is definitely a pricey hobby to buy an actual hookah and stuff like that. It's not a cheap thing that you can get into necessarily. So it's nice to be able to go to these places that you're paying money to smoke at, and you can enjoy different kinds of hookahs that you may never have smoked before. I've been able to smoke things like stimulation hookahs, Aeon hookahs, all those kind of different brands and stuff. Are you looking for the type of hookahs that they have at these places as well? Do you enjoy smoking different kinds of hookahs and learning about those?
Absolutely. I think for me, most of the hookah bars out here, they always, of course, have the Kalima Moons. But a lot of them also have the B2B. Like, I think that's really cool. And certain ones, like one of my favorites out here in Northridge, it's called, that lounge is called L'Antique. And they always have the coolest hookahs out there, including, for me, a new thing that I started, really enjoying was glass hookahs. Glass hookahs are just totally different. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, but you don't get a lot of smoke," but that's not true. I think it's cleaner, it's smoother, and so when a hookah bar also has a glass hookah, I'm all in for it.
I definitely like that because it's something that I don't think I would ever personally buy. I'm a very clumsy person. I'm a very, very clumsy person. I have broken very expensive pieces that are still difficult for me to think about and talk about. And I am scared to own glass hookahs because
I'm here for you.
because it will only turn out poorly for me at some point. So I will
Gotcha.
never own a glass
Yeah.
hookah, but I do enjoy smoking out of them as well. I agree with you. They're a different smoking experience. They're very smooth.
Mhm.
The pull is very
Mhm.
effortless. It's like taking just a
Mhm.
breath of air, basically, and you're getting a very fullness of smoke and stuff like that. I completely agree with that.
Absolutely.
What about you guys in the chat? What are some hookahs that you guys enjoy smoking? Now, you are somebody that has traveled quite a bit. I believe you've been to a lot of different places, both abroad here and domestically as well. What are some cool hookah places that
Mhm.
you've been to? What are some states that have a very cool hookah atmosphere and nightlife and stuff like that?
Um, I would say Germany was really, really cool to have, like, to go and check out their hookah lounges. The way that they have, I don't even know what it's called, but that's when I first kind of saw, instead of using, the lotuses weren't out yet, and instead of using foil, they used this other kind of like net thing, which I thought was really cool, was delicious. So I would say Germany was dope. Out here, like in America, I would say Vegas, because I feel like Vegas didn't always have hookah lounges like around the vicinity of where like the strip is. So that's cool that now that they do have that.
It's definitely something
And
that's happened over the course of the last like 5 to 6 years, I believe. Like it really is
yes,
something kind
exactly.
of newer in the atmosphere, and I think that Vegas's
Hmm.
atmosphere works really good with hookah, in my opinion.
Absolutely. That's why for me, Dre's After Hours, that club is one of my favorite clubs, first of all, and especially because I know that I'm gonna be able to smoke hookah there. So I think that's really cool. I would say Europe has cool hookah lounges.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm hoping to make a trip over to Europe here sooner than later is my hope. I'm actually going to Ireland in a few months.
Ooh,
Super excited to go to
that's
Ireland.
fun.
I asked a couple of people. I said, "Hey, what's the hookah like in Ireland?" And they're like, "There isn't." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well,
Right.
that's
So you're taking one, right?
oh well. I guess I'll see what I can come up with. At least I'll stop by a pub, and that'll be a lot of fun to go to an actual Ireland pub and stuff like that. I'm excited for that. But
That's gonna be so
I
fun.
have my passport now, so the possibility of traveling is very exciting. Khaled says, "I second Germany. Amazing lounges and clubs. The one thing about traveling
Hmm.
abroad and seeing the way that hookah culture is like overseas and stuff like that, it's so different. I feel than here in America. I feel like here in America, it's still
Absolutely.
very novelty in a lot of ways.
Hmm.
Where when you go
Yeah.
and you travel abroad and stuff, it's a much more serious take in pastime. It's definitely still a smoking habit, obviously, and people still view it like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like the culture that surrounds it is a little less in terms of the novelty value of it. Would you say that you've experienced that as well?
I would say so, yeah. I agree with that. And then also, like a quick story. I was in Croatia like 5 years ago, and the first time I was like, I'm not gonna take my hookah. Like, there's gonna be hookah there. Come on now, it's Europe, right? I get there and there's no hookah bars anywhere. Hookah is just like looked at as in, oh, it's weed or something. They don't look at it as like smoking. Whereas like everybody in Croatia smokes cigarettes left and right at an age of like 16 or 14. And so I had to actually kind of like drive an hour or so out of Croatia and go to what was it called? It's called Herzegovina or something like that. I hope I'm not saying this wrong. And we had to literally go to this like bazaar area and find out from this person that knew somebody else that's having a hookah in like a little corner area, and we went there and had hookah. Like that's how serious I was. Like, I'm dying, you guys. I need hookah right now. So a lot of places in Europe, they look at it as in like it's a drug or something not so classy, or women shouldn't be doing it anyway, right? So um I would say Europe is dope with the hookahs, but some areas not so much when it comes to hookah.
Definitely, it's definitely an uphill battle. Hookah is definitely a niche inside of a niche when it comes to smoking and stuff like that. Larry in the chat just
Absolutely.
said the bare minimum I look for in a lounge is a KM hookah, AF, and coconut coals. If I get anything more than that, great. I will definitely be more inclined to go somewhere with food and drink and shisha, or dark shisha is what he says, which I agree. I agree.
Honestly, I agree with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Keeping it OG.
I want to be smoking a KM hookah. It's been years since I have. I look at the KMs that I have now, and I obviously never use them anymore. I don't really smoke a lot of traditional pipes anymore, especially with the common age of the stuff that we're able to get from overseas and stuff like that. And the amount of stuff that there is. Obviously, the Russian market is a hookah paradise in a lot of ways. It's not something I think right now that we're willing to kind of embrace in the same capacity. The people that are a part of the hookah industry in Russia obviously are not people to blame for any of this by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want this any more than anybody else that doesn't want this as well. This is some old man's war that he's sending young people to die in, and that's
Right.
just the sad truth about it. But we're definitely exposed in the last 10 years or so to so much more that is available to us through things that are overseas and around the world. I mean, it really is just
I agree with
really
you.
exciting with the amount of stuff that we're able to see on a regular basis come through all the time. Moise just stopped by. Moise and Matt take over Vegas for Moise's birthday weekend. Get ready. I am going to be in Las Vegas
Let's
in
go.
May. I'm going to be in Las Vegas for May at the end of the month to go and see some professional wrestling. Elo, what is your stance on professional
Ooh.
wrestling?
I think that's super fun. I would never do it, but I think it's super fun to watch.
Well, if you're looking for a fun event, you should check out AEW. They're going to be doing
Yeah,
a huge
let
pay-per-view.
me know. I would love that.
It's going to be in May.
That's dope.
We can hit up the nightlife and go to some of these places that you're talking about in Vegas. That would be a hell of a good time. Let's
Oh
see.
yeah, it would be.
Moise also said a trick a friend showed me was when trying a new lounge for the first time is to, let's see, I got to try to read this. The first time is to order double apple mint. It's the hardest flavor for a packer to mess up. Would you agree with that? Is
Double apple mint. I would, yeah.
I would say if I want to go to something classic, I would probably just do like lemon mint though.
Yeah, I can't do double apple.
Oh, really?
Anymore.
Okay.
I can't. Just like I used to love rose. I can't do that anymore.
You know, there are definitely flavors that I've smoked a lot of. Melon. I used to really enjoy Knockless Sweet Melon. Was one of the very first flavors that I became very, very
Yum.
heavy into. And then it got to the point where I just smoked it one time and I was like, can't do this. Can't. No more melon. Just not a melon
Yeah,
fan.
so like double apple. Even the smell now, I'm just like, I can't do it. Nothing against it. Nothing against the double apple smokers either.
Have
But
somebody
wait,
yes.
that's a trick.
That's
a
what he
trick
says.
To see how good of a packer.
I guess.
I want to know why.
He says that it's a hard one to mess up, but here's the thing is I don't dislike double apple. I don't dislike it. But if I'm going to a lounge and I'm ordering something that I want to smoke, I don't want to get the easy thing that I know is going to be good. I kind of want to try something that I can sit and enjoy. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah,
Like,
I agree with you.
I get the idea of order the simplest thing so that you know that you're going to have a good session. But at the same time, I want to go and enjoy something that I want to enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.
But then also, like, I'm that person that'll go there. I'm like, okay, this is what I want. and sometimes we're all about mixes, so I'll tell them the 3 different mixes, for example, and then they'll be like, so 3 hookahs. I'm like, no, please, I need all 3 in one bowl. So then they're like, okay, give me 25% of this, another quarter
Yes.
of this, and then 50 of that. So
Yeah.
sometimes you got to do that.
Somebody in the chat just said, "Love you, Hookah Queen." Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you.
Love you.
Thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by. Afros and Hookah says, "Double apple tastes like black licorice."
Yes.
And the reason why
So
that
does rose.
the reason why is because it is anise flavor is what double apple is. Because there's like a weird traditional thing when it came to Nakla 2 apples back in the day, when the stuff that they smoked was this anise filled flavor, and that double apple just became very known as an anise flavoring for anything that is double apple. I really enjoy double apple flavors that try new things to it. My favorite double apple is definitely Alfaker double apple. I think that their 2 apples is really good. I think that it's a fantastic mix. If you're looking for a mix, Elo, to try the next time you go to a lounge, and they have Alfaker flavors, this is what I recommend you try.
Mm-hmm.
2 apple and peach.
Okay, I love peach.
You will love this
2
flavoring.
apple and peach.
You can add some mint.
But this mix.
Yes.
I'll add some mint.
Yeah, feel free to add some mint to it as well. But I'm telling you right now, 2 apple, because of the anise flavoring and that black licorice type flavoring to it, it acts almost like a seasoning that you're adding into the peach flavoring. And because the peach flavoring of Alfaker is so sweet and very candy-like and very, very over-natural, that seasoning that you're adding to that peach flavor really brings out that peach really nicely. It's just a fantastic mixture. 2 apple peach, guarantee you will love it. I promise. I promise.
Okay,
you will.
I'm trying that. I'm trying that next.
Moise in the chat says, Stefan says, "I love Matt Dezen and Elo. We need to get a hookah." Yes, we do, Stefan. Stefan's a great guy.
Yeah.
Moise once again says, "Lemon Rose Mint was such a jam, but I can't smoke it anymore. Also grew out of pond flavors as well." Oh, okay. Our taste buds change.
I believe it.
Our taste buds change.
They do.
That's definitely true. Afros and Hookah says, "Learn something new." Glad we could be of service to help you learn a couple things. And then, yeah, that's it for the chat right now. If you guys have anything in the chat you want to add or a question that you want to ask, drop a question mark in front of it so we know that we can see, so I can see it very quickly for you. Fruit bowls, fruit heads.
Okay.
Heads, bowls that are made out of fruit. What is your stance on it? How do you feel about it? Are you a fan of it? Do you look for it? What do you think?
I don't look for it. I think it's great. I just don't think I get the same experience from a fruit bowl that I get from even an Egyptian bowl. It's weird. That's how I feel about it. Because if the packer is good and you're picking good flavors, a fruit shouldn't make a difference to it. But that's me.
I agree. I think that they're cool. I like the look of them. I think they add a nice exoticness to it. I've seen some pretty interesting ones. A friend of mine. All right. So, have you ever heard of a brand called WTO?
No.
They're a Russian brand. They're very boutique. They're very unique and different. They're very expensive and exotic. They have some really unique flavors. Some of the flavors they have are things like green basil, tomato, red chili oil. They have some very unique flavors.
No way.
Waffle, steak, cheese, salmon. I'm not kidding. There's some crazy flavors from WTO. They are a very interesting, unique extractor. Anyways, the reason why I'm telling you all those flavors is because a friend of mine actually packed his hookah in a green bell pepper.
Stop it.
He made a funnel bowl.
That became like a whole dolma at this point. Like, what?
Yes, he put a red chili in it, and I believe he put the basil in it as well. And he smoked out of a green bell pepper. He said it was very good. He said he liked it. He said that kind
of is making me hungry.
He said, that charredness that you get from a green bell pepper. He said it came through pretty well, actually.
Okay. I feel like I need to try that now.
So there you go. I've seen grapefruits. I've seen oranges. I've seen apples. I've seen pomegranates.
Pineapple.
I've seen pineapples as well. Those are usually pretty unique looking. Watermelons. I've seen just some different things from overseas. Just to really try a lot of unique things. I've seen potatoes. I believe in Russia they did a potato one time because they could and they did. So there you go.
Why not at this point? That is so funny.
And then afterwards, you get
Wow.
mashed potatoes. So I guess you're killing two birds
There you
with one
go.
stone. I don't know.
Exactly.
All
I don't
right.
baked potatoes. Baked potato.
All right. This has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed being able to talk about these hookah nightlife adventures and stuff. There's always something
Yes.
fun and exciting. If it involves the nightlife and involves a hookah, chances are it's going to be a pretty good time, I think.
I have a question.
Go
I
right
want to
ahead.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
So I have been to hookah club, to a bar, I mean to a club, and they had hookah, and I got so excited, ordered it, and it came, but it was like the newer electrical hookahs. It's kind of like a vape, but on a hookah kind of thing.
Really?
And I don't know if you've ever tried that, but I guess I wanted to know whether or not you've tried it, and if you did, what was your take on it?
You know, I'm not a vapor. I am not somebody that enjoys
Mm-hmm.
vaping because when it comes to smoking hookah, especially like I smoke herbal things occasionally and stuff like that. I've tried the tea shishas, I've tried the sugar canes, I've tried the steam stones, the creams, the paste,
Mm-hmm.
all those things. I enjoy tobacco. I enjoy the taste of tobacco. I enjoy the heaviness that you get from smoking
Mm-hmm.
actual shisha. And the thing with vaping, in my opinion, is you can get lots of flavor. You can get really big clouds and stuff like that. But the one thing that you miss the heaviness that you get from hookah.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy the throat fill, and I enjoy that kind of stuff. So no, I have not tried the electric hookah. I've never had the opportunity to, an e-head or anything like that. But I'm not looking for those things. What was your opinion when you tried it?
It came, I was like, this is what it is. And they're like, yeah. I was like, please take this back. I cannot. There's no way.
Oh
No
my god.
way. I was gonna smoke that. So yeah, no, I definitely am not a vapor either. I love the pull of a hookah and like you said, the
Yeah.
smoke. Yeah, I'm not a fan of vape, but I thought it was hilarious that they have that now.
Here's one final question to go on this topic, and this one will also go to the chat as well. So if you guys have an answer for it, please drop an answer as well. Elo, you're on a date. Do you order? Here's a good question, and I didn't even think of this. You're on a date. Do you order one hookah or two hookahs?
Two.
Yeah.
And like I need to have my own. I'm not about this.
Yeah.
And I'm a hogger, so it's like I don't want to be in this like weird position where I'm hogging and like he won't ask me,
The
So
only reason
those are
why
two.
the only reason why I pack one hookah at my home when I'm with my friends is because I know they don't smoke as much as I do. If I knew they smoked as much as I do, if I knew they enjoyed hookah as much as I enjoyed hookah, I would pack multiple hookahs for everybody so we could all enjoy
I
hookah.
agree.
But I know that they're going to take two
I
little baby puffs and then they're going to be like, "Here, Matt, you can smoke again." I'm like, "Sounds good."
exactly. Those are my favorite friends, first of all. Okay. Those are my favorite friends. I'm like, oh my God, that's cute. Thanks. Take it back for an hour.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of how I flow. If I'm going to a hookah lounge, it's definitely let's all order our own hookahs so we can enjoy them separately and we can share amongst them,
Hmm.
obviously, and stuff.
Exactly.
But I
Yeah,
definitely want
I
to
can
have
do
my
that.
own hookah that I am smoking. All right. So the other question that I had for you is, what do you feel is the difference between a good hookah lounge experience and a bad hookah lounge experience? What makes or breaks the experience for you when you go out to enjoy hookah for your night?
I think what makes or breaks it for me is when the coal is either like still kind of black or they don't come around quick enough or they don't leave me some on the side because they think I don't know much about hookah, so they don't leave me any on the side and I'm just like what am I supposed to do with this? And then by the time somebody comes, it's like I'm already over it or it's just not on time. So I think that's what makes it or breaks it for me. So I guess coal service.
Coal service is a very good one. I definitely think that a menu will definitely affect me a little bit if I look on it and they only have like two or three flavors from like every
That
brand
too.
and they only have like some
Yeah.
obscure stuff or like some really low quality stuff. I'm definitely not a fan of that. I definitely want to see something. I think Larry said it really well when he said bare minimum, I want to see AF on the menu. I agree. If I'm going to a
Yep.
lounge that doesn't have at least AF, like that's not good.
It's just weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good
It's just weird.
experience at all. Moy says,
Absolutely.
I order two hookahs and I hardcore judge what people are ordering. That's why I'm still single. Sounds like that could be a good reason. Maybe judge a little less on what other people like to smoke in their hookah, Moys. Let people smoke what they like and like what they smoke. My goodness, so judgmental. I know him. He's a good guy. And then Larry says, definitely not because you run around shirtless all the time every time we're together, Moise. Yeah, that's definitely not the reason you're still single, Moise. That's not it. Keep doing that all the time, wherever you are. It doesn't matter, especially in
I
Vegas.
love it.
All right.
Wait, can you give me like 30 seconds? I'm gonna go get the charger for my light real quick. I'm so sorry.
Oh, go
I'm
right
so
ahead.
awkward.
Go right ahead. Thank you guys so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by on the Morning Hookah Show. We appreciate Elo hanging out with us as well. It's been a fantastic time. We've been talking about Hookah Nightlife, Hookah Lounges, and all sorts of fun stuff as well. Thank you guys in the chat for dropping in some amazing comments as well. Afros and Hookah says, for me, it's charging for additional coal. Oh my goodness. Don't go to a place that's going to charge you for additional coal. That's not cool at all. Charcoal should come with the hookah. You're paying for the hookah. I don't think you should have to pay for the charcoal as well. I don't agree with that. So yes.
That's a never going back to that again.
Another person says customer service. I definitely agree with that. I've been to some really cool hookah lounges with some really cool people that are the people that are catering and serving and stuff. And then I've been to the ones with the people that don't really want to be there. And I feel bad for them because obviously it's not their first choice of job or employment. At the same time, please be nice to me. I'm just trying to enjoy my hookah. I'm not trying to make your life difficult or anything like that. So
right.
don't take it out on me. People ask me why I have a shirt on policy in my lounge. It's because of Moise. That's why you have a shirt on policy. We're having a little bit too much fun at Moise's expense.
I love it.
You're a great guy, Moise. I love you. I'm going to be hanging out with him for a weekend in Vegas, so keep your shirt on at all times, please. I would appreciate it.
Well, it's Vegas.
Yeah, so it probably won't happen. Very first time I ever met Moise in person. I've known Moise for about a year and a half at this point. I go to Vegas for the very first Hookah Expo that I went to, and he was there as well. And we're going to a big old house party, right? And everyone's smoking hookah, everyone's drinking, everyone's having a good time. And all of a sudden, I see this hairy man in the corner of my eye. And it is, I didn't even have to guess who it was. It was absolutely Moise. And he comes up to me, he's like, give me a hug. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm cool with just like the handshake. Like, I've only known you over the internet for a little while. We don't have to do that whole thing, man. Like, it's cool. We got a picture. He's a good guy. I like him. He's a sweetheart.
This bromance going on right now.
Bromance with Moise for sure. All right, guys. This has been a fantastic topic talking about hookah in the nightlife, but it's time. Are you ready, Elo? Are you ready right now?
I'm not. Can the people in the chat help me?
Hey, they're not always right either. Okay, so we are going to play the game that we like to play right here on Morning Hookah. This is the game. They told us what it was. Can we guess what it is? This is a pretty fun game.
Okay.
This is a really fun game. I really enjoy playing it. I enjoy making others play it, I guess is the way that I should describe it, actually. This is easy.
No pressure?
No pressure.
Okay.
No pressure. Nobody's ever lost this game, so no pressure at all. Everybody that's played has always won, so you got no pressure on you. Okay, so this is how it works. I'm going to read you the flavor description of a flavor, and then your goal is to guess what the flavor is. All right?
Okay.
So normally I have people guess the brand as well as the flavor name, but because we chose to do an all Fumari episode, so there are 6 questions, okay? 6 questions. Your goal in this is to get more than half right. Therefore, you don't fail. So you need to get 4 points. That is what we're aiming for, is for you to get 4 points. I'm going to read you the description, and then you're going to guess what the flavor is. Sound good?
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, here we go. People in the chat, now is your chance to be of great value and help out Elo. So drop those names and the flavors that you think they're going to be in the chat down below. So let's go ahead and get into this.
Yes.
They told us what it was. Can we guess what it is? The all Fumari episode. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Your first flavor description. These all came directly from Fumari.com, by the way. In Greek mythology, drinking was believed to make you immortal with its sweet, smooth flavor. Sweet melon hookah tobacco flavoring with smoke so thick and delicious, you'll be a modern-day god of the clouds. Let me read that one more time because I think I messed it up. In Greek mythology, drinking was believed to make you immortal with its smooth, sweet melon hookah tobacco flavor with smoke so thick and delicious, you'll be a modern-day god of the clouds. What a good description, by the way. Makes me want to smoke that.
I know. Like, yeah. It's definitely not Mojito Mojo, right?
It is not. It is not. I'll give you a couple of guesses to try. Definitely the main terminology in this flavor description that you want
It
to
was the melon.
it's that you want to latch onto is the melon and the Greek mythology.
Melon.
Greek mythology, drinking was believed to make you immortal.
No idea.
Okay.
I'm so bad at this.
No, you're fine. You're fine. This flavor is called ambrosia.
Oh,
You see,
duh.
you see what I'm saying? The Greek mythology, the drink. Yes, you got this. You got this. Hey, one down. You're fine. You're fine. You got plenty. You got plenty.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go. There's a couple of people in the chat that got that right. So if you have the ability to pull up the chat,
Nice.
if you got the ability to pull up the chat, you might want to.
Not to do that right now.
Just saying, it might not be a bad idea. All right, so here we go. The second one that you have on the list right now for your description is: if your mom asks why you brought a hookah to her tea party, just say that you mistook her for someone who loves Fumari. This is a zenful, bright, and refreshing.
Citrus tea?
That's correct. Congratulations. You got your first point. First point right there.
Yay!
First point. Congratulations. That was citrus tea. If your mom asks why you brought a hookah to her tea party, just say you mistook her for someone who loves Fumari. Who's doing these flavor descriptions? You're doing a great job.
Under so good.
You're doing a great job. Whoever's doing the flavor descriptions at Fumari, congratulations. You're doing a great job over there. I like it. All right, here we go. This is your third one now. Obey your taste buds and give in to the delightful aroma of Fumari lemon. The refreshing sensation of vanilla and the tingling will make you want more. Make room for dessert.
Is it limoncello?
It is not limoncello.
Okay, I have one more. Can I do one more? One more. It is something with cream. Freaking shizzle. What was it called?
Would you like to hear it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys help me.
Obey your taste buds and give in to the delightful aroma of Fumari lemon. The refreshing sensation of vanilla icing and tingling will have you wanting more. Make room for dessert.
Lemon loaf?
Yeah, it is correct.
Thank you, Tanner.
Oh!
Woo!
You know, if you're going to take an answer from the chat, I think this makes sense. If you take an answer from the chat and the chat is wrong, then you get that one wrong. You don't get another guess at it.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, Tanner.
I can do that.
Be careful. Tanner's a little bit of a troll, so he might troll you on purpose now. So watch out. Don't do that, Tanner. Don't do that. All right. Moving on to our next one. All right. This is number 4. Take a walk on the wild side with Fumari. Let the irresistible combination of cherry and raspberry rock your bowl.
Oh, God. Cherry and raspberry.
Take a walk on the wild side.
Wild berry.
Incorrect.
It's definitely not red gummy.
Try it one more time. Is that your guess or not?
Yeah. Red gummy.
Red gummy? I'm going to go ahead and accept that because it's RGB, which is red gummy bear, which is red gummy.
Yeah, gummy bear. That's what I meant. Yeah, okay, cool.
I thought so. Congratulations. You have 3 points. You have 3 points now.
Yay!
You're doing fantastic.
I only need one more, right?
You only need one more point. That's it.
That's not bad.
All right.
That's not bad.
All right, here we go on this is 5, so you could technically lose this one if you don't get it.
Right.
But I have faith in you at this point. I really do. You seem to know your Fumari pretty well. Ease into a laid-back state with Fumari Hookah Tobacco, a twist on an Italian classic. Stay smooth and bright all the way through. Here's to keeping it mellow.
That's limoncello.
That is limoncello.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You have just won the game. You have just won the game.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
That is awesome. Wait, but I want to know the last one too.
Oh, we're still
Can
going to
we
read
do
the last
more?
one. We're still going to read the last one.
Okay,
We're
cool.
still going to. All right, here we go. I have to read this last one because I'm an ambassador for Fumari, so I feel like it's the right thing to do with this flavor. I hope that didn't give you too big of a hint right now. Quench your thirst for this satisfying smoke with an authentic taste on the Cuba's iconic refresher. Capture the vibrant fusion of sweet, tangy, and cool. Unleash and let the good vibes flow.
Is that Mojito Mojo?
You got it right. You got it right. Congratulations.
Yeah!
You got 5 out of 6. You got 5 out of 6 flavors right.
Yes. Well, thanks for choosing Fumari. I feel like. Thank you.
The next time we have you on, we'll only do exotic tobacco from around the world.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. We should. So I can do a little more research.
She told me when I told her what the game was that she was going to study the entire night before. And then I was looking at her story and I noticed she was doing shot o'clocks at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I assumed that she probably was not studying the night before.
I was not, but I was smoking. So I mean, I guess
that's
kind of like
studying.
Yeah, that's exactly. Like, let me try these flavors.
No, you did a fantastic job. Congratulations. You are the winner. And because you are the winner, that means you get to post a story about how much you enjoyed hanging out on Morning Hookah.
Duh.
And telling everyone to subscribe to the channel. So that's what you won. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about my prize.
What you didn't know is if you would have lost, that was actually also your punishment for losing. So.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We're winning. Always winning.
Always winning. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and being a part of the Morning Hookah Show and sitting down, relaxing, and talking about Hookah Nightlife and Hookah Lounges. This was a blast and a ton of fun. Ilo, if people are looking for you, where can they go to find you?
Awesome. Well, first of all, thanks, Matt, for having me. It's been a blast. I enjoy working with you, and this was hilarious. And I was able to share my breakfast bowl with you and everybody else that was watching. So that's awesome. And to find me, the easiest is Instagram, which is Ilo Musk, ILOMUSK. Thank you all for all of your support all the time, and look out, there's some cool things happening.
Oh yeah. This year's already started off to a lot of fun, and there's going to be even more things that are exciting. I hope you have a very safe trip on your journey that you're going to be taking. I'm excited to see the fun that you have on that journey and on that trip. It's going to be a lot of fun to see. But that is going to do it for us here at Morning Hookah. We appreciate everybody stopping by, hanging out. Thank you so much, Tanner, Larry. Thank you. Let's see. There's a ton of people that came by in the chat. Really can't name them all, but I really want to thank everybody that did stop by. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. Let other people know about it as well. Next week, we are going to be having Travis from Tangiers Tobacco on the show to talk to him all about Tangiers Tobacco and all sorts of other fun stuff. We're going to be doing a show with him. So because he's from Tangiers, I'm actually not going to be doing the same game show with Tangiers flavors. I'm only going to do flavors that are not Tangiers to really quiz him.
I love that.
To really quiz him on the world of hookah, because I know he loves Tangiers Tobacco, but that's not what the game's about. The game's about trying to make it tough and hard. So why did I do Fumari for you? Hold on a second.
I know. Well, look, thank you so much for being nice to me.
No, it was fantastic. You did a great job. Thank you once again for hanging out with me and being a part of it.
Thank you.
We're going to go ahead and say goodbye now to everybody in the chat and everybody watching now, later, and in the future. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching with us. And until the smoke clears,
thank you.
See you later. Bye.
See you later. Bye.